Sub or else.
Domain expansion. Forceful subscribe. Yo! Now, as a lot of y'all know, Satoru Gojo is one of the most popular characters in all of anime and fiction right now. And for good reason. I think generally he's a cool dude. Do I think he's in like my top 5 for Jujutsu Kaisen characters? No, I think there's other people that I like more and I'm more invested in seeing personally. But I definitely see what people are talking about, right? He's definitely got the sauce. He's definitely got the charisma, right? Obviously one of the most broken characters in the show, probably the most broken, right? So I get it. I get why he has the accolades that he receives. But today, man, we gotta sit down and we gotta talk, because the amount of glazing and the amount of just this ball handling that people are throwing towards Gojo is absolutely crazy. Hold on, let me break it down. So I know this is gonna be a rant video and my thoughts are gonna be like generally all over the place, but stay with me.
Stay with me.
So I think like the biggest part of all these fucking Gojo stands that pop up out of the woodwork every time I even mention something about Gojo, or even just like talk about Jujutsu Kaisen in general, people always bring it back to Gojo. I don't know why. Like, Gojo's cool. Gojo's a cool guy, great, nice guy, right? But why on earth does every time if someone has to talk about Jujutsu Kaisen's like narrative consequences and where the story is heading and all of that, does it always revolve back around to Gojo? I've never understood this. I definitely think he served his purpose, right? Like Shibuya, like the whole point was to like get him rescued and get him out of there, right? And we had the best arc in Jujutsu Kaisen because of that, so I get that, right? It's cool. And we have like, you know, the whole reveal like, oh, well, Gojo's, you know, birth, he basically made all the curses throughout after that time stronger because, oh, like people start getting riled up because there's this new thing on the block, it's hot, so like records had to be broken. So I get that, it's cool. But every time I see a new leak that leaks on leak night on Tuesday at like 12 a.m. Just how many people that I see spam, where's Gojo? Where's Gojo? Where's Gojo? Gojo's gonna come back. Gojo's coming back. Bro, literally, who cares? You wanna know where Gojo is? He's dead. He's 6 feet under, getting gnawed up by maggots and roaches. That's what he's doing, okay? Like, he's packed up like a Lunchable. That's what he's doing. Like, I'm so tired of it. Who cares? And people like, okay. People were calling Gege like lazy, and people said like Gege doesn't know how to write and Gege has no bag anymore because he quote unquote off-screen Gojo. Now, when that like leak first happened, y'all remember the clip. Y'all know the video I'm talking about. Come on, bro! Come on, bro! Get that! Get him out! Get him out of here! Get him out of here! I was going wild. I was going crazy. I was very excited that Gojo died because I'm through and through. At the end of the day, I'm a Sukuna fan. That's my guy. That's my baby daddy in the universe. You saw what I'm saying? That's my husband. But even still, as big as the Sukuna stan that I am, I know how to control myself. Get that! Get him out! Get out of here! Oh my god! Sukuna fans, y'all know what you're talking about. Within reason, right? Man, when I saw, bro, was in despair. These were talking in emotional turmoil when they saw him bisected on the ground with his legs still standing up like he caught the Yamato special. Bro, I'm telling you, people were sick to their stomachs, bro. And I'm like, listen, I understand that's a really good character and all that, but I'm like, why? At no point has Gojo ever done anything to make me go, damn, he's really the GOAT. Damn, he's really top 5 anime characters of all time. He's cool. He's all right, I guess. But like, dude, maybe because I'm not horny, right? Maybe because I'm not horny enough for this white haired, blue-eyed freak or something. But like, dude, and the entire time he was fighting Sukuna, I was begging for him to die. You want to know why? It's because no matter what anyone is going to do in Jujutsu Kaisen, as far as the protagonists do, nothing they do will ever compare to the bullshit that Gege will have Gojo come up with. Because every time someone does something, oh, but could they be Gojo? Could they be Gojo? Could they be Goku? Could they be Goku? Could they be Goku? Like, I'm telling you, man, it's so frustrating and it's so annoying. Don't even get me started on like these like super like the femcel degenerates that like ship Gojo and Geto all the time, and they start getting like really like strangely horny on the timeline every time Gojo like shows up. Like, dog, I've seen some straight foulness and degeneracy at like 3 o'clock on a Tuesday. Like talking about some of these Jujutsu Kaisen men, bro. I don't know what's going on, but like we definitely need to bring public shame back, and we need to bring back people just like being self-conscious. I'm not saying bring bullying back. I'm not like on some Sneeko shit, but some of y'all gotta understand that you cannot say some of this shit in public. Dog, I literally witnessed a Twitter exchange where people were talking about riding Higurama's nose, dog. Like, oh. Here's the thing, you know who I think is like a pretty good example of a character who's busted, but I'm still like more emotionally
that you
invested in what they do. Yuta is a busted. He has his copy ability, he has Rika, you know, he has his massive amount of cursed energy and all that, but even still with his fights, he tends to get worked a little bit, right? It's sort of one-sided, but like, dude, in his fight with Yuro and Ryu, he was still giving them the business, and he was still taking some licks in there in the Hirano, you know what I mean? Like, Ryu definitely in hand-to-hand was like smacking the shit out of Yuta, right? But Yuta was still giving him some work, and then, you know, he used that big old brain of his, right? He activated some more ridges in there, and he made it hit himself with his own attack. Very cool, right? I don't know, man, whenever Gojo just does something, like, it's cool, but I'm just like, oh great, this freak can do whatever, like, I didn't see him train or work for it. Now, granted, the only thing we really did see him work for / train was reverse curse technique, but also Toji fucking killed him for him to get it. So, I mean, does that really count? And what's crazy is people like glaze Gojo and talk about like how he's the GOAT and all this shit. But people gotta realize he has a horrible record. Like, he has a horrible record. So, peep game real quick. In his youth, Toji Zeni snuck up and killed him. One-on-one fight. Yeah, he had his, you know, little whatever. He stabbed him through the stomach, and Gojo was like, oh, I'm fine, reverse curse technique. Then he got distracted. Toji killed him, and he was basically about to die. He was like 2 seconds from death. Use reverse curse technique, kill Toji, whatever. I kind of still feel like that's and I really do feel like Toji won in that instance. So then we go from that. Then Riko died, which, I mean, that sucks. Sorry, right? Then he failed to bring his best friend back to the Leaf Village or whatever you want to say. He failed to bring his best friend back and keep him from, you know, going insane. And then when Yuta ended up fighting his best friend and killed him, hypothetically, he couldn't even finish the job. He killed him, right? But he didn't bring his body back to Shoko and put it in the morgue properly. So then there's a big fat ass brain thing attached to his body after scalping it. And now he lives inside of it. And then we get the face of our protagonist as Kenjaku, right? So he fucked that up. Then in Shibuya, when the disaster curses start going around, and yeah, now granted, he did do some. Listen, I've been hating on Gojo this entire thing. That transfigured human feat in like 4 minutes is crazy, dog. That they did a phenomenal job with that in the anime. That was sick. But we go from Gojo putting hands on disaster curses and doing all of this kind of stuff to then we have Kenjaku going, "Oi, Satoru!" And then he's like, "Oh, nani?" Boom, trapped. Gone, right? And you're gone for like 70, 80 plus chapters. Then when you come back, the first fight you get into, you lose? Come on, dog. This man's stats is not it. And it's perfectly fine, dude, because dude, if Gojo won every single fight that he got into, I would really not be watching the series. It would just be the Call Gojo show. It'd just be like the whole, you know, Dragon Ball debacle that we have nowadays. It's like no one gives a about Krillin, Tien, Yamcha, whoever else. They just wait for Goku and Vegeta to come do something, right? Never mind the fact that like he's also even not that like invincible, because like even early on in the series, relatively, like Hanami and Jogo still figured out a way to get past his infinity and use domain amplification, which is a pretty big one considering that anyone that has a domain can theoretically do that to him, right? Like you don't have to be like a certain level of strength. Like if Megumi figured out how to do that, like I mean, like it wouldn't like, change their death battle or anything like that. But you know what I mean? Like you understand what I'm saying? I don't know, man. He's always just felt like such a cop out of a character to me. He's always just felt like he's just the golden boy. I hate the fucking prodigal son thing, and I always hate like, oh, this character was born great and I was born into greatness. It never did it for me. It really didn't. That's why like I really start to despise Naruto's character. I don't despise Naruto's character, but just like I get a little like butthurt every time like, we have the whole Ashura Indra thing pop up in Naruto, and then him being the fourth Hokage's son and all this stuff. Like Naruto was destined for greatness. Now granted, he did work his ass off, right? But there's still a lot of stuff that was in his favor to do well, you know? So it's just, it feels cheap. Now, I talk about all this about like Gojo, you know, being the prodigal son and all this, but I have a rant planned for Ichigo as well, and not a lot of people are gonna like that one. There's like a lot of people that are probably gonna light my ass up, but it's okay though. That's okay though. I just, whatever, man. Listen. All you Gojo stans that come after me in my comment section, I'm begging y'all, please have mercy. I want my like ratio to not go under 90%. I've been doing good with that, so please don't come for me, bro. I'm just a YouTuber. I just work here, right? But yeah, man, let me know what you guys think of Gojo, man. I really don't think he's all that. Like, he's cool, right? You know, but he ain't so cool. I'll talk to y'all later. Goodbye.